Hello, welcome to Yoga with Rach. I'm Rach. Thank you very much for joining me. We're on week 4 of our Gemini Vyana Vayu. One of the beautiful practices we can do when we're working with and practicing and focusing on the Vyana Vayu is working with Nadi Shodhana, which is our alternate nostril breath, because this works with the 2 channels of the body. Now, you're probably all well aware that we have the 2 hemispheres of the brain. We have the left side and the right side, and that moves in through our yoga practice. What I love with the nadis, so we have that Nadi Shodhana. Nadis are the channels. We're focusing on the main 2 that are related to the left and the right side of the brain. However, they overlap. When we move up through that channel, through the spine, these an overlap. You see that lovely crisscross. We can start and we move up, and then it moves across, and we move up, and it moves across. So it very much reminds me of like the yin and the yang symbol. So we have the yin and the yang symbol, but there's always a bit of the yin in the yang, and there's always a bit of yang in the yin. So we have that balance. As I said, I think it was last week or the week before when I was saying about, I think it was the week before when we did the octopus arms, and I said about going into Vyana Vayu, where we have that balance of all the Vayus, all those channels. So Ida and Pingala are the 2 channels, or 2 main channels of the body, and they do overlap, so we always get a little bit of one in the other. And what's beautiful with this is the Ida is the left side of the body, which then is related to the right hemisphere. And then we have the Pingala, which is the right side of the body and related to the left side of the brain. So again, we have that crisscross. So the left side actually of the brain works the right side of the body. The right side of the brain works the left side of the body. Now, when we move into Nadi Shodhana, we tend to guide people into working with the left side first, because we want to promote and activate the left channel, so the Ida. And the Ida is the introverted and lunar nadi, that yin side. And then the Pingala is the extroverted, the solar side. So it's that heat and cooling. So you may find as you practice this that one side of the nose, we have those 2 channels, the 2 nostrils, you may find one side is actually clearer and easier to breathe through than the other one. So before we get started, make sure that you're comfortable. So I'm actually sat up on a block because it just helps to create a little bit more space into the back. You might be using a pillow or a cushion or even a bolster. You might even have your back leaning up against the wall. As long as it means you don't slouch, just sitting up nice and tall, create that space in the belly. Now, you can work with your right hand or your left hand, it doesn't matter. There are, to be honest, quite a few different variations with this. This is how I practice, how I teach Nadi Shodhana. So on the nose, we have little dimples. So what we're doing is we're using either the thumb or the little finger. And I know people that prefer to use the thumb, so they rotate both hands. So you have these little dimples on the side of the nose, and you're just going to gently push either the thumb or the little finger onto that, so it closes the channel for that nostril. And the flow of the breath will be exhale, inhale, and then at the top of the inhale, you can't take any more breath in. You close that side of the nose, opening the other side, and you exhale and inhale. We're just going to do a few rounds. You don't have to do many. So decide whether you're going to use your right hand or your left hand. So you'll be using that, and you can keep the hands like I'm showing you here. You can curl the fingers that you're not using into the palm. Some people like to even make it a very introverted practice. So you can place those other fingers, so your index, middle ring, onto the third eye, and just stimulates that moving, looking within practice. So whatever works for you. Closing the eyes and have a few rounds of breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, or the mouth if you need to for a few rounds. Remember, the breath is relaxed. You're not forcing or controlling the flow of the breath, other than which side of the nose you're breathing in and out of. So getting either your right hand or your left hand ready, take a nice big breath in. And closing the right nostril, and you're going to exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. At the top of the inhale, close the left nostril, open the right, exhale. On the top of the inhale, close the right side, open the left, exhale, that's one round. Inhaling through the left. At the top of the left, inhale, close, open the right, exhale. Inhale. At the top of the inhale, close the right nostril, open the left, that's 2 rounds. Exhale. Inhale. At the top of your inhale, close the left, open the right. Exhale. Inhaling. Closing the right side. We've done 3 rounds. Continue for a few more rounds on your own. Exhale. And inhale. At the top of the inhale, changing sides. See if we can go for 2 more rounds. Last one. Last inhale through the right side. At the top of the inhale, just releasing the hand, exhale through both sides of the nose or the mouth. A few rounds, just breathing in and out through the nose. You can stay here for as long as you wish. Do let me know in the comments, did you find left side or the right side easier? I know for me, for that particular practice, the right side was easier because I've just done a dynamic practice. So I know that's really woken up and motivated and energized that solar or extroverted side of the body. I quite like to practice that when I know that side's more clear, to maybe go into it and see as and when the left side becomes a little bit clearer to breathe through, and then I know I'm kind of dropping into that zone, to see how you feel. Clock how you feel at the beginning of the practice and then at the end of the practice. So hopefully it allows you to drop into your body, allowing the breath to slow, allowing the mind to relax, because it's helping to find that equilibrium, that balance between both hemispheres of the brain. If you have got any comments, or questions, let me know in the comment section below. And this is week 4 of this particular practice, so we'll be back next week with a brand new practice already. Let me know how you got on with Gemini. Are you looking forward to moving into a bit more of a watery practice as we move into the sign of Cancer? Thank you very much. Namaste.